Well, we're sitting here with all the other boats getting ready to take off. Boat 76 doing it 2:55, I believe. I'll have to double check that quick. Don't know how this one's gonna go. Could go either way. We got a long bumpy boat ride to start, so I'm gonna work my way up to the boat line and get out of here because we're about 30 boats away. Let's see how we do today. This could go either way. Just follow along with me. Come on. Number one. That's a decent start. Right where he's supposed to be. Right on that lip. Number one. God, I didn't think you were a bass. You've got that thing scarfed. Well, we're about a quarter of the way into the day. We got 2 fish. We started out okay. I was hoping for 1 keeper bite an hour, and we're on hour 3 right now. We're about 2.5 hours in, so we get a bite in the next half hour, we're still on pace. The problem is there is a ton of guys in this area. We're all just literally hopscotching, which is not at all what I want to be doing. You know, I pull up on one point, and then the next point or deep contour line James Niggemeyer pulls up on, and then another boat pulls on and the next one past him, and then I finish where I'm going and I leapfrog both of them, and there's like 3 or 4 guys and we're just playing a game of leapfrog, which it's not at all what we want to be doing, because we're really just hitting these really specific little stretches of contour lines. You know, they might be 100 yards long where you get a little tight spot. It's, you know, you could define it as a channel swing, but it's really not a channel swing. It's just an area where the contour lines come tight together. Kind of a highway for the bass that are moving into the backs of the pockets. This is one I wanted to hit, and there was a guy fishing it. So I figured before I make a move to a different area, I would make a few casts on it. Really nice steep little bank, and I've had 3 bites so far. I've had one fish that came up and knocked the spinnerbait. I actually saw him come up and hit it on the scope. So I had 3 bites, which is actually not terrible. Like, I'm not actually super disappointed with that. You just want to put every bite you get in the boat. And the 2 bites other than that bite, the 2 other bites have just smoked it. I caught one on spinnerbait to start. He just knocked slack in it, and then the one that I caught on the crankbait had the whole crankbait down his mouth. So that's good. I also think there may have been a little bit of a morning bite, which we're probably past now. Now it's probably a little bit of a lull with the sun coming up. The wind was supposed to start dying, and that hasn't happened at all. And I don't know if that's good or not. I'm gonna actually make a move to the windy side of the lake to see if that doesn't help trigger a few fish. I actually am not a huge fan of fishing the flat stuff, the flat calm stuff. Feel like if you're gonna find aggressive fish, they might be utilizing the wind. So we're gonna make a couple more casts here, and then we're gonna, like I said, jump over to the other side of the lake. Snagged me a carp, guys. Right in the tail. Well, it's halftime, and we still got two. I lost one really nice bite, thumped the crankbait real good, loaded up, and then just pulled off. And I caught a carp, and I've caught about 15 big clams. That's it. Just so much pressure on this stuff that I feel like either you're trying to kind of get lucky and catch fish no one else caught, or you're maybe trying to find some stuff that other guys haven't found yet. Just kind of what I'm doing with some of these pea gravel points, like this pea gravel point right here, with just a big current scene. Not much current with the north wind blowing against it, but I know, like, I don't know that this would be a great largemouth spot, but I did catch a couple of nice smallmouth off this stuff. And they're not getting the pressure that, say, the other spots are getting, but it's also not really the right conditions for, these are better with a lot of current. We don't have a lot of current right now, and that's the problem. So I'm actually thinking, I'm on the east side of the lake, which is, I feel like a better smallmouth potentially for, at least for shore fishing. And I'm not jiving with the conditions. These bluebird skies, I like that we got wind blowing in, but it's just not generating the bites that I was hoping it would generate. So I'm kind of thinking about going back to the other side, which is what I started on, and see if maybe some largemouth aren't pulling up on those points in those banks just because it's calmer and warmer and been getting beaten by the sun. I mean, bites are few and far to be had right now, but I also feel like if you hit the right stretch, you could catch a couple of them pretty good, pretty fast. And I know I'm kind of hitting some of this stuff that's a little bit maybe off the beaten path, but I just feel like there's potential to it too. I mean, this more Main Lake stuff is the stuff that I caught my better fish on, so I do feel like if you get bit, they're gonna be bigger bites. Potentially. And I think you got a better shot at a smallmouth, which from what I've seen, they're really good quality generally. So we're gonna spend a few more minutes hitting some of this, and then might just cross back over the other side. Maybe there's been less pressure since all the guys started over there. I don't really think that'll be the case, but at least I can tell myself that. So just after the halfway point, still got plenty of time. Just gotta find a little group. Mr. Smallmouth. Pretty sure that's a keeper. Up shallow. Man. Long time for that bite. Yeah, he's a 16-incher. Number 3, finally. Oh, he's got it good. Nice. Right on that bolt. Scarfed it again, just like that other one. Nope. That's a good one. That was one, guys, where I know just from fishing boat launches, there's almost always little washout holes. And in this case, the washout hole was a little bit further than I thought. So the first couple of casts I made were right up towards the ramp, because that's where almost every boat ramp I've seen doesn't go that far into the water. So I happened to scan out in front, and the washout hole was actually like right in front of the boat. So I just pitched one out there. I came over the lip and I stopped it, and that fish just scarfed it down. Sometimes you just gotta... It's interesting because these last 2 fish have been on flats that have 2 foot of water. Now that washout hole probably is 4, but those are like the shallowest fish I've caught. So I don't understand why, but we're gonna keep running some of this stuff that's a little bit different. It's 12:14, so we got about 2.5 hours to fish, and we got 4. So not great, but let's catch a 5 or 6 and we're right back in it. So we've got about 2 hours left. So we're starting the 4th quarter. Still got 4. Have not had any more action. I've spent about the last hour fishing the shallow stuff, thinking it might pan out, and it has not. It has not been good at all. So we're gonna go back, run some stuff that either caught some fish in practice or just really feels right when you're fishing it. Like this stuff just so shallow, it just doesn't feel right, even though we caught a couple. One was, you know, off a perfect boat ramp situation, the other was a smallmouth, and sometimes you just don't know what they're thinking. So we're gonna keep bopping around for the last couple hours. Well guys, we just weighed in. We could not muster up the 5th fish, and that would have been a big one for us, because the 4 we had were decent fish. They weighed 11, 13. As of right now, we were 26 out of 75 guys. So if that holds up, we're roughly in the top third. Not getting the 5th fish is gonna kill us. You cannot do that at this level. I had 6 bites, caught 4. The 2 that I missed, you know, they hit the crankbait, rod loads up, you feel one head shake and it pulls off. So it's not like I feel like I could have done much different, but still would have been nice to have it. So we're gonna go put it up on the trailer and get ready to do it all over again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.